we're gonna do the tutorial for the burger and fries friendship necklace. So if you're watching from home or if you're just watching to help some of the girls to do this necklace, then this is for you. So you'll have this instruction card, and this is going to also work as our cutting mat. I also have this cutting mat just for myself because for the video it kind of helps to see things better than having it on something that has a bunch of words on it. But anyway, so with your kit you should have this like instruction cutting mat card. You should have a bag with a bunch of clay in it and all the other supplies that you'll need. To cut the clay, you're going to need either a plastic knife, like a credit card or other kind of plastic card, or just a clay cutting tool. Maybe you have one at home, I don't know. And then some pliers and obviously an oven to bake the necklace. So I'm just going to lay all that out here. So you have this necklace cord. You have, oops. You gotta be careful because it's just kind of loose in there. You have these two sliders. And you have two of these eye pins. Oh, it's hard to get it out, sorry. Two of these eye pins, or alternatively you might have two eye screws, and they're a little bit different just in the way that you put it in. So these ones you'll push in, these ones you'll twist in because they're a screw obviously, so you want to twist it in, not push it in. And then you're going to have your clay for your burger, which will be all wrapped up together like this. So the one that has all the different colors, the red, green, yellow, brown, beige, that's all of your stuff for your burger. You'll have a little bit of white, some yellow, some beige, brown for your burger, then your red and green here for your lettuce. And like I said, for you, you'll be using this as your, placemat, cutting mat. I'm just doing this so that you can kind of see better everything. And then you're also, so that's just for the burger. This is also going to have fries with it. So then you're also going to have another portioned out little plastic package of red, yellow, and white for your fries, like that. I'm just going to set that all out. I'm going to put my tools here to the side. And I'm going to bring this over here. So I'm just going to start with the burger part. And I just want to also note that, I don't know if I will put this in your package or not, but wipes are going to be good, or some maybe wet paper towel or something will be good to wipe your mat or your tools as you're going, because, and even your fingers, because the clay can stick to your fingers or your nails, and then when you're messing with some other colors, that's not going to be really good. So we try not to, you want to maybe wipe off your tools when you're changing colors so that you don't contaminate the other colors. So I try to start with something that is light color and then go to the darker colors so that they don't get as much, tainting, if there's going to be some tainting happening. Also, I'm going to start with my buns. So I'm going to start with the beige. I'm going to cut it not in half, maybe more like one is a little bit bigger than the other, because this will be my top of my bun and this will be my bottom of my bun. So now I'm going to take my little guide sheet here, and I see this little circle. That's where I'm going to have my, that's how I'm going to make my bun. So I'm going to just kind of, you might need to kind of roll it in your fingers first to warm it up so it doesn't crack. And then just press it into the shape of the bun. So, I mean, that just kind of gives it more character. This one in particular I've used several times for some pictures, so it already has a little bit of different colors of clay because I just didn't get all of it off, but hopefully yours will be pretty clean. I'm just going to take that off, set that to the side. And now I'm going to do my little burger. Again, you might just want to roll it in your fingers a little bit because it'll be hard by the time you guys get yours. So you want to kind of, like I said, warm it up just by rolling in your fingers, squishing it a little bit. And then just making it into the form of the burger. You want it to be just a little bit smaller than the bun was. Not too much smaller, but slightly smaller, so it'll be like that. At this point for the burger, you're gonna want a toothpick to sort of make some holes and some just little lines along the edges of the burger. And then I'm going to go to my red. Actually, no, take that back. I'm going to go to my yellow. And I'm going to make my cheese for my burger. I'm going to go ahead and use my little guide here for the fries I'm going to use later, but I'll just use that for my cheese also. I'm just going to squish it into this rectangle shape. And if you mess up, clay obviously is very forgiving. I mean, you can just roll it up again and then try again. And now I'm just going to put it on top of my burger and just fold it over the sides. Now it's a little bit long on this side. I kind of want to see the burger on this side, so I'm just going to maybe lift it up a little bit. Okay, so we kind of got the cheese on now. So now I'm going to go to the red, put my tomato on it. Gonna put that on top of your cheese. Now you're going to take your green and you're going to, well, I have some yellow here, so I'm going to wipe that off. You can see that some of that clay, you just don't know where it comes from. It just, you see it show up. But you can always scrape it off, or you can, if it's a light color on a darker color, you can just knead it in and it won't show or anything. So that's also another. And basically you just want to kind of fan it. So I'm just going to pull it apart a little bit so it's a little bit wider. Make it look better on the other side. Okay, so when you got your little accordion sort of lettuce there, you can go ahead and put that on your tomato. I want to squish this down before you put the bun on because we don't want to squish the top bun too much. So I'm just going to squish this down on top of the tomato a little bit. And then we'll put the bun on top. And we can kind of squish it down slightly, not like a whole lot, because you don't want to squish it too much, but slightly so that it sticks. And then you got your little, well, it's kind of stuck, but you got your little burger there. but we need to still put our sesame seeds on it. So that's what we're gonna do. We got this white here. And you're gonna be doing, you can do all of this on this little mat here. Like I said, I'm just doing this because it's easier to see on a solid color. So I'm just gonna make it sort of like a little snake here, and then I'm going to take my classic knife and just cut pieces of it off. Kind of roll it in my fingers to make small pieces. Just gonna take your finger, kind of press it in, and then you're just going to press it onto the clay. And it should stay pretty well. And there's your little sesame seed bun. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, if you have the eye pins, looks like that. Let me zoom in on this. So if you have these eye pins like this, you're going to take it and you're going to push it in the middle, just in the top of the burger. And you're just gonna push it in like this so that it looks like that. And then you're just gonna twist it to where it's forward, going straight in like that. So you push it in, and then you have to at some point turn it so that you have it going straight up and down as far as what's looking on the outside. So there's your burger. It's ready to be cooked in the oven. So if you have the screw,
so don't be sure.
it's a little bit fatter, but that's okay. You're just gonna take it into the same spot in the top, and you're gonna twist it into the clay like so. You push it slightly as you twist it so that you're still, going down. Try not to rock it too much back and forth because it will make the hole bigger on the top. And you just twist it until you're pushing slightly and twisting until you get it to where you want it to be, like right there. So that's my burger with the eye screw. Okay, so that's ready to be baked. So now I'm going to show you the fries. So for the fries, we got our red, our yellow, our white. So I'm going to take my red. I'm going to, well, first I might want to wipe off anything here. Maybe wipe off my fingers a little bit. Wipe off my tools. Cutting tool. Okay, so now I'm going to take my red. I'm going to cut it probably like, again, same as the other one, maybe one that's a little bit bigger and one that's slightly smaller. So not in half, but more like 2/3 or so, maybe a little bit more than, yeah, maybe closer to a half, but one is a little bit bigger. So the bigger one you're going to take and you're going to rub it in between your fingers again, and it's going to go on this little container back part. Now, I want it to be fatter at the top of the container because that's where the screw is going to go in, and I want a lot of space for the screw. So I'm gonna make it really thick at the top here. Now I'm going to make my other part of the fry container. Okay, so we got our red stuff done. Now we gotta do our fries, which, I don't know, I probably should have done the fries first. You're just gonna have to be really careful with wiping your hands and wiping your tool off. Okay, so I think I have most of it off, if not all of it. I did use this before, so it does have a little bit of red in it. I'm gonna try to incorporate that in a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna use my fries as my guide. I'm gonna make a little rectangle here. So there's your fries. Now you're just gonna cut it into slivers. If you're doing this with a plastic knife, I would suggest that your plastic knife be not serrated, or you use a very thin plastic card, or even just like a plastic, something laminated. Okay, so I'm going to take my fries and place them on here. Now you don't want to, the ones that are in front, you want to kind of make them a little bit shorter so that there's some depth there.
How would you make a pizza that's yours?
With what you cut off, you can make yourself even another little fry. Okay, so you have your fries.
Wait, you have to have the worst of the two. You're gonna have. Wait, why don't you spill cornmeal on mine? I do. Also, you're gonna get the worst of those two pizzas, so you better make them good.
So now you're gonna take the top of your little fry container, and you're going to put that on top of your fries. Your main part of your fries. So now we need to now we need to get our white part of our fries. Again, you might want to wipe your hands. I'm just going to roll this white part out into like a little white snake here.
You dropped yours the first try, so.
And you're going to want to, once it gets about that long, just long enough to go around, you're going to put it around your fry container so
You dropped yours the first time, so I could drop it.
Just gonna try to put it around the middle here.
It's not gonna work. You chose a different, with the plan you chose. It's not really gonna work. It's just gonna make it worse.
And then you can just leave it like that, or you can flatten it down. Fries. So you're gonna want to take to get your eye pin. You're gonna want to push it into the top, and then it's do the eye pin. I'm gonna show you if you have the screw. You're just going to take it through the top and you're going to screw it in, slightly pushing as you go.
Are you sure? Whoa, I cannot do that. We're gonna put on this one.
Just like that. And then you got your two burger and fries that are ready to be baked in the oven. Right, great. Okay, so I'm going to continue this tutorial video for my clay friendship pendants. So I had made a pretzel and fries and a burger. And so I'm going to take that and now I'm going to put it into my toaster oven. It is at 275 about. It needs to be at 275, your oven or toaster oven. And I'm going to bake it for about 20 minutes. It's already been preheating for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to put it in for 20 minutes. I have found out from previous experience that this can get brown and burned. So I'm going to go ahead and put this little foil on top so that it won't get burned at all. If you don't overcook it, it shouldn't get burned, but just in case, I'm just gonna put it in like this. So there they go. And you're just gonna bake it for 20 minutes and then let it cool for about 10 minutes when it comes out. Okay, so once you have baked your pendant in the oven, it should be hard, and you know, it won't do anything to the eye pin. It'll just be fine. It should look like this. This is gonna be the video that I show how to put the slider on for the burger, for the fries. I'm just using a pretzel right now. So you might have a burger or a fry, but the process is still the same. So you're gonna take your slider, which are these little horseshoe looking things here, and you're gonna take it and you're going to put it onto your pendant, and it won't go all the way because the eye pin is not as is not so big, but that's okay. You're just, and I'm gonna say this is the most difficult part of this whole process, I feel like, because you have to take the pliers and you have to close this. So you can you can clip it, or I guess squeeze it from the back end here, or you could, if you could manage it, you could also clip it from the front end. But I find that it's easier to clip it from the back end. So it's really kind of difficult. So I'm just going to try to clip it from the back end. And you have to do this very, I do not like these pliers. You have to do this very slow and controlled, because otherwise it can snap out of the pliers onto the floor somewhere, and then you're going to be looking for it for about 20 minutes. So you want to do it slow and controlled, and you're just closing it like that until it closes all the way. and maybe even try to get it past where it's supposed to be, because once you undo that, it's gonna spring back a little bit. And there you go. So now you have your slider on your pendant like that. And then you're going to take your necklace and you're just going to, it should go through the slider. This is so difficult to do on video. Okay, so it's just going to slide through here. And then you should have it on your necklace like that. And then you're done.